Hey guys, good Wednesday morning. We are out here at Bar Z Winery, right between Canyon and Amarillo off of Washington Street. And Monty, you are the owner here, but you have a wide range of everything going on here. It looks like we're doing a science experiment.
It's a bit of a mad scientist experiment, yes.
Well, what are we doing?
Well, I'm working up a new blend where I'm trying to get the Malbec ready to bottle. And so each one of these glasses represents an addition made to the Malbec to see what different tastes I can get into the wine.
Now, what kind of taste are we looking for today?
Well, what we're trying to do is the Malbec, it's the first Malbec ever harvested in Texas. And so the young vines, it's a little bit lacking in body. So what I'm trying to do is build up some body and a little bit more character into the wine. So it's more of a complete experience.
Well, what do we need to do that?
Well, I've already added all of the things to it, and so what I've done is, you see my list somewhere that I had prior to this. Yes, there you go. And I've added these amounts, 1 milliliter, 2 milliliters, to each one of these glasses. This is the Petit Verdot, Mourvedre, and then so on down the line, till this one represents the completed package. And if you would like, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
5 a.m. Yeah. He didn't specify which one.
That's right. So if you'll try that one, that's the control wine. That's just the Malbec. And then I'm going to let you jump to this one. This is the one that has everything that I've done to it in there. Okay.
Well, when we come back, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be in there to see the process of how these grapes go from grapes to what's in the cup. So be sure to keep watching Daybreak. Meredith, back to you.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Here's your tech.
Donald, a very strong wind. 45 for high tomorrow. Wind chill values in the 20s most of the day. Then finally, spring returns by the time we get to Sunday. We return out to the Bar Z Winery with Jacob Bradford. Jacob?
Hey guys, good morning. We are out here at Bar Z Winery outside, well, in between Canyon and Amarillo. I'm here with the owner, Monty Dixon, and we're going to talk about when those grapes come from Lubbock, actually. They come from Lubbock
area. That's right.
You use all grapes that are from the area.
All Texas grapes grown on the high plains west and southwest of Lubbock.
Okay, well, let's talk about this machine right here, because this is where they first come when they come in from Lubbock.
When we bring the grapes in these harvest bins, we feed it into this machine, and this part right here destems it, and then it comes out the bottom and it's crushed, and from there we go into those tanks right in here.
Okay, so from in here they come into this tank right here.
Yeah, tanks like this, and I have an empty tank here for you. So we fill this up to about here with fresh crushed grapes. These are unfermented grapes. All the sugar is there, and then we add our yeast and everything to it and begin the fermentation process.
Okay.
And so once that fermentation process begins, CO2 is created and it keeps pushing the solids up, and it'll come up to here. So every 4 hours we have to come and push this back in.
And the tool that you use to push it down is right here, this thing. And what do you do to get this out? I mean, you just push it in there?
You stand up here on a step stool, and then you start pushing it back in.
This.
And it's more difficult than you would think it would be, because if once that's set there for very long, you can actually walk on this. So you have to poke a hole in it and then get that worked back down, because all your color in the wine comes from the skins of the grape. So if it's sitting up here, you're not doing any good. So we have to keep it pushed back down.
All right. So from here, after you squash them down with this thing.
After this is done, after fermentation's over, then we'll put the grapes into this. This is the press, and fill it up. There's a bladder inside here that we begin to inflate with water. It presses the skins and everything against this wall. Juice runs out. We capture it into a press tank here, and then pump it into another tank just like this one.
And you just keep redoing that process.
Yeah, we just keep redoing that process until we're finished with the fermentation. And once the fermentation once the pressing is done, then 2 days later, we're going to rack off the settlings off the bottom of here and begin the cleaning up of the wine process.
All right, well, thank you so much, Monty. Now, when we come back, we're going to be in there learning how to properly taste wine, so be sure to keep watching Daybreak. Hey guys, welcome back to Daybreak. We are here at Bar Z Winery between Canyon and Amarillo. I'm here with the owner, Mr. Monty Dixon, and we are talking about wine. We have our coffee here, but the big thing is we're going to learn how to properly drink this wine. It's after 5, it's fine. So how do we properly do it? I know that when you see the fancy people, they swirl it, but there's an actual reason to that.
Right. The reason that you're doing that is not to show people how accomplished you are at swirling wine. is to get oxygen into the wine. So the oxygen is going to react with the volatile compounds, resulting in more aromas coming off of the wine.
Right.
And then also releasing a lot of the flavors when you do finally taste it. And this is the blend that we just created while you guys were waiting for us to come back. And so if you'll taste it and see if you like this better than where we started.
No, there's a certain way to taste it.
Yeah, well, you smell first. Always smell.
Okay.
Try to get an idea of what you smell. There's a little vanilla in there, some black cherry and things like that. And then go ahead and taste. And don't just slam it down. It's not tequila. Leave it in there for a bit. And, you know, you should analyze all the flavors, the beginning, the middle, the end, how long the finish lasts. You know, a well-made wine is going to go through all these things. And so, especially wines that have been aged in oak barrels.
Right, and there's a certain way to even watch, you called it the legs.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they always look at the legs. Oh, it's got nice legs. And they think, well, that's body. Well, you can have a lot of body and high alcohol content will thin those down. So don't place too much emphasis on legs and quality. There's a lot of factors there, variables.
So when can people come out and see you?
Anytime except for Mondays. I try to stay closed on Mondays and get some work done. But we have variable hours during the week. And if you'll check our website, barzwines.com, you can figure out where and when.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Monty, for coming out here.
Absolutely.
For us coming out here and seeing you.
Absolutely.
Now, guys, if you want to wake up with Jacob, be sure to find me on Facebook at Pro News 7's Jacob Bradford, or you can email me at jbradford@kvii.com. I'd be happy to come out and check out your business or event, so be sure to Facebook message me or email me. Guys, keep watching Daybreak. There's a little bit left in the show.